Hello, everyone. It's been a minute. I took a little break. I was on vacation for a bit, and look who showed up. Hello.
What's up?
I've been practicing his beautiful name. So I might not get it exactly right, and you can correct me. We like to learn. All of us like to learn. So Rushi, because you said like sushi, right?
Yep, yep.
And Kota, right? Yes? No?
Kota, yep.
All right. You say it for us so we can hear
No,
it.
it's yeah, you said it right, Rushi Kota.
Wonderful. I always like tried to listen to all the others that like anything I could find on YouTube to pay attention, and it never fails. It's like 5 different ways. So you're like, which is the
No,
right
yeah, you're
one?
right. Yeah, it's always like that with names.
Yeah. So before we get started, because we are here because we're excited about your new movie, which premieres in the States. I'm not sure what happens on the other channels in Canada, but in the States, it is June 24th at 8 Eastern. Yes,
Yeah,
7
8
Central.
slash 7C. I don't know
No,
what the C is, but
Central. Central.
Central. Boom.
1 year behind
So
us. Yeah. 1 year, 1 hour. No
yeah,
years, hour. Okay, so cool. But before we even get there, I wanted to, let everyone get to meet you because what happens is they fall in love with the movie, they love the character, and then they're like, "Wow, what else does he do? What else can we
yeah,
find?" So we like to do that, get that out of the way right away.
absolutely.
So I was excited to learn that you were born not in the United States, but you were a young guy when you came here with your mama, right?
That's
Yes.
correct. Yeah.
And I love the idea that it said that she wanted for you the American dream. I was curious to know what exactly was that definition? Like, what
I
did you
think
think? Good.
yeah, I think I mean I was born in India and I came here when I was 8 and my brother was 17 and we came here in 1995,
Hmm.
and the American dream is just the land of opportunity where all your hard work, all the work you put in pays off. You can literally go after anything that you want to do, and if you put the work in, it's you should be able to experience the fruits of your labor.
Cool.
Yeah, so that was I mean that was her dreams to come to this wonderful place.
And then
And yeah.
I loved that you didn't do acting right away. You went
Mm,
something totally different,
yeah,
which
yeah, it was
was
which I did my undergrad in automotive engineering, and industrial management tech with a minor in business administration. Lots of big words on a degree.
and
Uh,
then I feel like I heard or read somewhere Harvard, something with Harvard?
That's correct. Yeah, and then when I finally made the switch to acting after undergrad, I did 2 years of just working in New York, and I realized, I have to get, uh, I have to understand what I'm doing because if I want to do this long term, so I applied to grad school, and I got it accepted into Harvard, and I got my master's in fine arts and acting. So I didn't even know they have a program, but that's the program, and it was a really amazing program because it was a truncated 2.5 year program, and you get to spend 3 months in Russia studying at the Stanislavski Theater.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that was really cool.
Wow. So I mean, I love that story. I've interviewed several people and I've never heard that. So I thought that
Yeah.
was cool when I found that out. I was like, look at that. It's just not any acting school. It's Harvard, my gosh. So I'm curious. What did your family think that you went from one to another? Were they okay with it? Supportive? Give you a hard
Uh,
time?
Yeah, my mother was the most supportive.
Cool.
She's quite eccentric, but she also wanted me to do. I think she just wanted me to be happy and find the career path that would make me the happiest. And so she was very supportive. I remember her, finding, like I was like when I first got the acceptance letter, I just thought how expensive this was going to be,
Oh,
and somehow she found a way to pay for the first year of my year at Harvard,
oh.
and I thought that was really nice. So yeah, but other than that, my other family, they were like they were questionable. They were like I remember some responses of like, so how long do you plan on doing this for? So it's like,
Oh, I love
what else you got going on? It's like, you know,
it. Like it was a hobby.
yeah, it's like a very expensive hobby, you know?
No, I love it. I love that. I love when things turn out that way. They're like a wonderful surprise. Well, for
Yeah,
others, you knew what you wanted.
right,
So
totally.
now I love that your mom found a way to pay for your first year. What in the world? She must really be supportive of you. Super
Yeah, yeah,
supportive. So,
yeah.
what do you consider to be like your big break?
I think that's still happening. I don't know that it has happened yet. I think
Hmm,
you know, I was on Grey's Anatomy, which kind of it was my first big TV job, and then Never Have I Ever was really nice. I did 3 seasons on that, and that I think uh, the show has just been hitting number one charts globally,
yes.
and so literally all around the world, people it's number one charts for them, and so yeah, so that's been really nice. But yeah, I wouldn't say I had my big break yet. I don't think it's there yet.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay, so you just got more, you have more goals, more and more.
yeah,
Do you
yeah,
have like a role that you are like would love to do, like a dream role?
totally. I mean, there's a script out there. It's not conventional. It's very dark, but
Ooh,
yeah, it's the role of Bikram, the yoga teacher, that I think he's just such a complex character that I would really like to sink my teeth into. He's just someone that's been made up by brought to a pedestal by the celebrities in Hollywood, and then you know through his own power, he has fallen to his demise. So I think the rise and fall of Bikram would something that would intrigue me.
look at that. That's like totally different. See, I love that. I love when totally different than in Grey's Anatomy, totally different than Never Have
Yeah,
I Ever, right? So
yeah,
I love that. I
yeah,
remember I forget who it was I was asking, and they were saying they wanted to be Tarzan. I'm like, Tarzan. I love that. Like you were being
yeah,
Tarzan, and never even thought of that. That came out of like nowhere. It was funny.
yeah.
But, like, that's why I love asking the question. So you have something else. I'm not sure how much you're allowed to speak about it, but is it called Dumb Money? Is it a movie or is that
Yeah.
a series?
Yeah, it's a movie, it's
Okay.
called Dumb Money, it's directed by Craig Gillespie and written by Lauren Sugar Bloom and Rebecca Angelo, and, it's based on a book, The Antisocial Network, and this Ben Mesrich, who wrote that, also wrote The Social Network. If we remember back in the day, that was about the whole Facebook,
Yes.
the
Yes.
rise of Facebook. And so this movie is about the whole Reddit revolution that took place in January 2021, where they pumped up the GameStop stock, and it cost the hedge funds, you know, close to a $10 billion
Wow.
in in monies. And I get to play one of the CEOs of Robinhood, and if you, I don't know if you remember in the news, Robinhood put a stop to stop the buying button on GameStop, which was very faux pas on their part. So I get to do one of those. And I'm very excited for this movie.
It's serious, right? It's like it's
I
not
no, I think it's funny. I think
okay. Okay.
there's because Seth Rogen's in it and Pete Davidson's in it, and they, you
Oh,
know,
okay. Okay.
they're all comedic people. Sebastian Stan and I, we I talk about like we're friends, but I'm like, you know, we're in this movie together, and uh, we got to just dress up and do a lot of fun stuff, and it reads very comedic to me. It's like
Okay.
a dramedy.
All right. Okay. I love dramedies. All right. That's cool. Now, where can we catch this? I put it in the chat because I know people are asking. So it's
Sure.
Dumb Money. And where is it that we would be able to see this?
It's gonna be in theaters. It's gonna be coming out October 20th.
Oh, okay. So we're looking towards like the fall.
Yeah,
Perfect. All right. I'll put that in there just because people will come back and look. So October 20th. And I'm sure we'll see it on your social media, right?
totally, totally.
Oh, you have Instagram and Twitter.
That's
correct?
true.
Because
Yeah, yeah.
I found you on
Too
both.
I don't have any more socials, that's it.
Okay. No, actually, that's a good thing to know because what happens is people start taking over accounts, and you've got all these fake accounts all over
Yeah,
Facebook, especially. And then
yeah,
people start talking, and then I'm like, That's not them." So you've got
yeah.
Instagram and you have Twitter, which is good. And it's your name, if I'm not mistaken,
That's
right?
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
it's for
right.
both of them, yeah.
Because you have a very distinctive name, so it'll be
Yeah.
easy to find you. All right. That's wonderful. All right. So now let's talk about this movie. I'm so excited. So it's a wedding. I love weddings, and but it's different. I just love how Hallmark is like doing something different every time I turn around. So tell us about
Yeah.
your character.
Yeah, the movie's called Make Me a Match,
Mhm.
and it's a rom-com, uh, but it's got a lovely South Asian twist to it. It's where Indian matchmaking meets American dating, and my care yeah, if you bring tradition to the style of American dating, which is all on the apps and all
Yeah,
formulas and algorithms, and taking away
human contact.
exactly, taking away human contact.
Mhm.
And I play Boom, who runs the Indian matchmaking company in that Vivi hires, and we I love playing this role because we it just breaks down what a person is looking for or is thinking about or going about things the wrong way, and we suggest new ways to look about the same thing. Yeah.
So now, okay, this part comes out. What was it that interested you that you thought, "Oh yeah, let me try this?"
Um, I mean, I read the script. I really just love the concept of it, the twist of. I haven't seen this in rom-coms before, and I really wanted to do a rom-com. Just something light and something fun
Mhm.
to do, and I really liked the arc of this character, that both of these characters, they just have these parental issues that they have to overcome in order to better themselves. And so that's something that really spoke to me.
Love that. I'm just gonna put this up here. Someone was asking, is this your Hallmark debut?
It is my Hallmark debut, yeah.
You got serious Hallmark people here, so they're
Yeah,
all
yeah.
excited. And that's funny. It's something cute because remember when I said, "Did you?" I said, when did you feel like you made it your big break?" And look, Christine here is she saying you made it to Hallmark?
Thank you, Christine.
Oh, which is cute. So now, we love many of us, myself included, we love your co-star. I'll get to chat with her on
Yeah.
Tuesday. Eva, she's just the best. She's been acting in a lot of Hallmark movies since she was like really, really, really young girl. I think she played the daughter in the Garage Sale Mysteries. Like
Oh,
she's
yeah.
a wonderful actress. Yes. So was this your first time meeting and working together?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's correct. Yeah. We just met the day before we had to
Wow.
start shooting. Yeah.
Wow. Now, I find it interesting because I saw some of the behind the scenes photos, and there's some like gorgeous costumes, especially what she has on, which
Yeah.
looks like a wedding with the whole.
Yeah.
Okay, so was there someone there who was like filling everyone in on what they're wearing, what it means?
Yeah, we definitely had a cultural consultant on the movie who was well versed in everything regarding how to speak the language, how to
Oh,
what the proper steps for the wedding are, how
mhm.
things should look, how what's to go where, and what to do. So we had all of that going into it. It's pretty accurate, but also the other side of it is there's so many subcultures in India that we can't get it all right. You know,
Right.
it's not going to be representative of everything. It's just
Right.
like, oh, here is one version of it, and
Mhm.
there's just going to be so many other ways to do it. So yeah, there was definitely a person on set who knew how to do all that.
Now, does your family know about the movie, or is it a surprise?
Yeah, no, no, they know about it. Yeah.
Well, please, Amanda Wong, who I love, her family doesn't know about her part on When Calls the Heart. Like she has kept.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. So I always ask. I assume, and then I'm like, wow. So
yeah.
are they going to be watching with you? Going to have like a little
Yeah,
celebration?
well, they're on the other side of the coast, but
Okay.
I think they are. I think they have to first find the Hallmark channel, which my family's all like, "What? What are you on again? Paramount? What? Hallmark? Where? What? How do I find this?"
Oh,
Yeah,
we'll make them. We're going to make them fall in love with the Hallmark movies, and they're going to
yeah,
watch again and again and again. I'm sure they're going to ask you back. I bet you they'll ask you back.
yeah. I hope so.
You
I hope
you
so.
get in their little Rolodex, they'll give it a spin,
Yeah.
and your name will be in there. So, tell me a little bit about where it was filmed. What was that like?
It was filmed in Vancouver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was just all taking place in Vancouver, and I think it was supposed to look like Seattle, right?
Often that happens,
Yeah,
yes.
I think it's supposed to look like Seattle, or New York. I don't know, one of those places. Uh,
A US city?
yeah, one of the U.S. cities.
Okay.
And so we were there for 3 weeks, going all over Vancouver, and yeah, it was a lovely time. I think the mountains of Vancouver were something
Mm.
really beautiful to look at. I was like every day, I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to be stressed out right now, but I'm like, oh, it's so serene, it's so beautiful.
It is gorgeous. Do we see any dancing? Any kind of
There's some dancing in there. I don't know if you're gonna see me dancing,
oh,
but
okay.
there's
No?
people dancing for sure.
Okay. But not you? No dancing
No,
with
no,
you? No?
no.
Okay.
They tried to, and I was like, ah.
No?
Guys, I do the acting part. The dancing part, we'll leave it to someone else.
So what do you think will be something that will be our favorite without giving anything away? Like, what do you think we're gonna look forward to?
There's definitely a lot of heart in this movie. Something that I really enjoyed was uh, the relationship that Boom and Raina, his mom in the movie, played by Rekha Sharma, they both had. I thought it was a very adult and very mature, and I thought they were really caring for each other and bringing each other up. I love that. There's also the amazing chemistry that myself and Eva had in the movie. I think we're just both very sarcastic and playful with each other. That's something to look forward to. And there's a lot of story that goes by in a very short amount of time. So
Oh, wow.
you gotta just like really hone in and focus
And pay
and
attention.
uh, and
Okay.
pay attention because there's a lot of stuff in there that they pack in.
Okay, so there's, like, a lot of behind like, backstories that get revealed, and is there a B plot? Like another couple
Um,
or
do we have? I don't know if there is time for. I think I think the main plot is Eva finding her going through this matchmaking process to find her true self in
okay.
all of it, and then the B plot's probably the relationship with Boom and Reina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Now, Boom, that's interesting. Is it a name or a nickname?
it's a nickname. His full name is Boomish.
Okay.
Yeah, but I really because I love what Nikhil did. He found a way to. Nikhil is the writer. Nikhil S. Jairam, and he found a way to put some really cool names in there, which I think that's also the one of the things that attracted me to this script was his names are a big thing,
Sure.
right? Anytime I look at any sort of role, I'm like, what's their name? The name means so much, and immediately I was like, oh, Boom, that's a cool name,
Yeah. It
so
is.
yeah, I was really excited about that.
You know you have first billing.
Yeah.
Nice. So you're debuting and you have first billing, which I was
That's
like,
right.
"Oh, they're gonna have him back. Let me keep looking." That's a nice compliment, isn't it?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, sure. Well, no, I'm not complimenting you. Well, I'm complimenting you, but
Yeah,
they
from
much of
yeah.
you like, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. I think it's just because it's one of the bigger uh bigger stories for Hallmark to do, and so I think
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
yeah, it's very exciting. Yeah.
I know the costumes alone, I'm like, "I love these costumes." When I have
Yeah.
one, I'm gonna put some up and ask her, "What was like to put that on?" And this one, I'm gonna ask her too.
Yeah.
Alright. We have some people are showing you some love, and they have some little bits of questions here and there. So
Sweet.
Jan says, "Moms," oh, she's saying, "Moms are always supportive." Thanks, mom.
Thank you, Janice.
Yeah, and then, let's see. Oh, Christine's saying, "Love never," what is it? "Never have I ever," and you on there. You know what? I
Thank
have to admit, I've not had a chance to see it. It's on my list to watch.
It's a good
So,
show. I would say it's definitely worth it. Yeah.
how many seasons are there?
Right now, I was on 3 seasons, but they just premiered or aired their
4?
last 4th season,
Okay.
and so this is the last season.
Okay. All right. Because I
Yeah.
remember hearing something that it was coming to an end, but I didn't know if it was
Yeah.
on yet or not.
Yeah.
What's Jan asking? Have you ever had any part that your first goals, oh, your degree has helped you with? What a good question.
Isn't it? I think in like the auditioning process, maybe I've
Mhm.
had to play some mechanics, but I never actually. I just it was just for auditioning purposes. I never actually played anyone, any sort of car guy. No.
Well, what about a period like piece, like something
I would
from
love to do a period piece. I think in grad school I did The Great Catherine, and that was a period piece, and I got to I got to put on a British accent
Oh.
and dress up in all this period costumes, and that was really fun to do.
Now, how is a British accent for you? Do you have to like brush up, have lessons, or is it something that you can
Oh
just
well, yeah, I think usually sometimes I'm able to just pop into it, and it depends on whether it's RP or ARP, or now if we're doing a Cockney, or it's
right?
I gotta brush myself up on the if I'm speaking it for a certain period of time, I can definitely pop into
Okay.
it. I just popped into it.
Cool. I love it. I love it. Okay, I guess Christina's asking, what are your main goals in your career? Like, is there something that you're striving towards?
Yeah, more lead roles,
Okay.
and I would think I would strive towards roles that are unique and not just. I don't want to be typecast in anything.
Right.
Luckily, in my short career so far,
Mhm.
I had a good stretch of roles of from playing a chef to an eccentric college professor, to putting on a wig, and to playing a leading man, playing a doctor, blah blah blah, blah all these people. So I think I want to keep going towards that, and stretch myself into more challenging material. Um, even if it's a short role or a small role,
Mhm.
if it's character driven, that's something I would go towards. And yeah, where do I want to see it go? I mean, I think I would want it to have it be seen by a large audience for sure. So
Sure. Right.
yeah,
Of
yeah,
course.
yeah,
Sure. Now, I mean, you've done all types of roles, genres. Is there something, I'm not asking what's your favorite, but is there something that you did, a scene, someone you worked with, or an experience that like wowed you? Like you're like, oh my goodness. Like you were just saying what wowed you was the setting of where you really were, like the beautiful mountains. But was there something along the way, either through Grey's Anatomy, Never Have I Ever, whatever it is? From that
yeah. Something that really wowed me was I think in iCarly. It was a reboot of iCarly, and
Love it.
yeah, it was a sitcom,
Uh-huh.
which I always wanted to do a sitcom, and the energy of a sitcom on set was so
Oh,
vibrant and so alive. So I definitely want to do more of that, at least for a few seasons on a show, like
that
an
was
adult sitcom.
yes. But with a live audience?
Sure, yeah, I would love a live audience. I mean, I'm naturally, uh, I think I naturally gravitates towards comedic material, but
Mhm,
most of the time I'm cast in like dramatic material,
mhm.
and so because comedy requires timing and
Yes,
precision,
it's a challenge.
so that's something that I want to take the reins on.
Yeah, okay. I love that question, it was a good question. Let's see, are you living in Vancouver or LA? I think they were trying to figure out we don't need your address.
I live in no, no, I live in LA.
Let's see people driving by, good
Yeah, I'm like,
lord.
guys, please, we gotta move on. Yeah. No, I live in
Where
Los Angeles.
oh, you are in LA,
Yeah,
okay, I
yeah.
wasn't sure. I felt like you were in the States for some reason.
No,
But you grew up didn't you grow up in New York?
I did. I grew up in Queens, New York.
Yeah, I remember reading that or doing my
Yeah.
little detecting skills. Deb. Hi, Deb. Every time I hear the name of the movie, I want to start singing the song from Fiddler on the Roof. That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Different culture, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And now they're all agreeing. They're talking to each other and
Oh,
agreeing.
good.
You said that you really wanted to do a rom-com. Is that where you think you want to be, or is there another genre? Oh, I think you kind of like covered this that you think you would prefer. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I don't think yeah, I think I don't wanna repeat myself.
yeah.
I think, I definitely wanna jump different genres. Like, I just finished a movie with Freddie Prinze Jr., and it was a satirical thriller, um, and I got to do something very different on that movie.
Does it have
I
a
don't know
name?
where it's called A Girl in the Pool.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know where it's coming out. It's an indie,
okay.
but, I'm sure once they finish shooting it, I mean, once they finish editing it and all that stuff, I'm sure it'll make the round somewhere. But yeah, that was a satirical thriller. I think, yeah, I just want to genre jump, you know?
Yeah. So, let's see. There we have some fangirly kind of things going on here. So I'll tell you that 1 minute, but here it is. They're saying he has the look. So I'm sure he will get more Hallmark movies. And they're agreeing. Yes, another handsome gent to add to the Hallmark group. The girls are being bad. So they're saying you're very talented, and then of course you have some good
Of
looks.
course, of course.
Arlene says, "Is oh, that's interesting. I was wondering that too. Is there traditional cultural music in the movie?"
Yeah, yeah, there's a little bit of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. I love that. And this is just Lillian's comment. She says, I've been to several Bangladeshi, is that how you say it? Weddings. The outfits were so colorful, and I'm looking forward to seeing your movie
Thank you, Lillian. Me too.
with your whole family. Oh, have you ever done any modeling?
Yeah, earlier in my early when I was younger, I was doing some modeling for sure. I don't know if that I want to do modeling anymore. I think it's
Yeah,
just extremely hard work, but it's not, yeah, it's not something I want to do
mm,
anymore.
right. And they're curious about your musical background. Do you play any instruments or sing?
Mm, I don't know.
No dancing either.
No dancing
Wow.
either. No, it's
Nope.
what you get. Yeah.
And this is a good one to end with. It says, "Is there someone that inspires you or someone you would like to work with?"
Yeah.
Oh,
I think, I mean, someone who inspired me or inspires me is Ryan Reynolds. I love Ryan Reynolds.
of course. He's
Yeah,
amazing.
he's amazing. He's so funny. He's so smart. He's an amazing businessman. He's a
Mhm.
great family man.
Yes.
There's so much right that he's doing, and it would be my dream to work with Ryan Reynolds.
Yes. So you have to say it out loud.
Say it out, Ryan Reynolds. Come
There
to
you
me,
go.
Ryan Reynolds.
That's it. Very good. And they're going, "Oh my god, yes." Oh, wait, okay, they have a favorite actor, a Hallmark actor, Chris McNally. They want you to team up with him. You do a
Okay.
Hallmark movie together. Do you know who Chris
Yeah,
is? You know?
I don't. I'll look him up.
Oh, he's a doll. You will Eva knows who he is. They worked together before.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. All right. This is so nice. Okay, so we have to remember it premieres on Saturday, June the 24th, 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Um, what about Canada? Is it going to be on the home? There's a home channel that they have. You think it's coming out on there?
Yeah, that's above my pay grade.
That's okay.
Um,
We'll figure it out. They
yeah,
usually
that I wanted to know.
It'll come out on, like, on Instagram and whatnot.
Sure.
Usually it's just like maybe a weekend later or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, they're saying thank you for talking with us.
Thank you for having me.
Sure. Okay, we can't forget Dumb Money.
Dumb Money.
Dumb
Dumb
Money.
Money, baby.
All
Dumb
right.
Money's on October 20th in theaters.
It's coming out.
Yeah.
Yay. And we're going to part with this one. So glad you came on here, and we are excited to see this movie.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.
All right. We can say goodnight to them, and then I'll say goodnight to you in the
Good,
studio.
good night, ladies. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Good night. Oh, there's some guys here. They just
There's some
text
guys. Good night,
me.
guys. Good night, all people. Love you.
Good night.